welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be introducing you to some new games and some games that I was requested to play, or there was just one game, but let's start. So obviously, as you know, we normally play Adopt Me, but there's 3 games by the same studio that I absolutely love. So let's get into the first one. This is Creatures of Sonaria. So pretty much, sorry, I have not actually looked at the updates. So pretty much you can get creatures in multiple different ways. There are these like gachas that you spend shrooms on. You can get tickets. There are trials, so you don't actually own these ones, but you do own these ones. Time points. Oh, I have a lot of time points. And then ones that you can, like with artifacts, you get artifacts by kind of just going around. You can pay less for them, essentially. Okay, but here, I'll do, my Tantric is dead, it's so sad. You also get these like little daily point things to get these things. Currently I'm working towards a revive potion, so let me just show you kind of how it works. I'm going to play as this Flixlit, which means I'm a flight creature, right? So I jump and I start flying. Now that person went to go kill me, obviously. They're doing a fairly bad job of getting to me. Okay, so pretty much there are other players and there are multiple different biomes, and you play as many different creatures. There are multiple choices for different types of creatures you can play. Like that worm guy was just one of them. There's, oh my gosh, I love those. They're called Yanisha. They're beautiful. But as you can tell that there are many different types of creatures you can play as. You have health, stamina, food and water goals. You can die from not having enough food and water. There are different events like high winds, snow, rain, thunderstorms. Sometimes like volcanic rock will fall from the sky when the volcano erupts. Yes, there's a volcano. It's called Volcano Island. And pretty much you can fight other creatures to get kills. You can make families with other creatures. You can lay eggs and invite other creatures to join your family. There's a whole underwater ecosystem too. As a flying person, I can't really show you, that. Oh, that was cool. Let's see, can I find somebody just to quickly show you how bite works? Pretty much you can fight the other players too. It's like a real life ecosystem, and you're all of these different like fantasy creatures. Super fun, definitely recommend. The 2 other games are different. This is Dragon Adventures. It's by the same studio, but you're not playing as a dragon. You're playing as a dragon rider. Okay, so there's like this central city. You can fly on these dragons, but there's like this central city, right? Oh, it's trying to get me to do it. Time lapse? Question mark? There's again all of these other players, and at the you have daily rewards with new prizes, but you get 1 spin essentially every day, and you get different things. There's like food on your dragon, but you don't need to keep your food up on your dragon. It'll just stunt your dragon's growth if you don't have it. If your dragon isn't well fed, you get a farm plot. What is that? Pumpkins? I do have pumpkins. And each dragon has like a different power. Right, so you get gold. As you can tell, I'm kind of saving my gold. You can spend your gold on like a whole bunch of different things. Personally, this is what I do to get a whole bunch of gold. You get your very own island, but that's not what that is. Maybe they took that out of the game since the last time I was on. What is this? Oh, it's like depending on your group, there are egg incubators ? Oh no, there's this new button. It's where you go home. Pretty much. What is it wanting me to do? Okay, now time for the fun part, which I'm gonna show you this. Oh, I'm gonna try to. Jeez. Hello? There we go. So there are a whole bunch of different lands. There are level like suggestions. So how this is level, it's not gonna tell me until I click on my dragons. Level 19, right? So I'm gonna go into the portal, find the one that we're not actually going there. We'll go to the no, because I'm like missing one from here. I don't like the ones from the desert, but I feel like the ones from here could be pretty cool. But all of the eggs are like underground, which is really annoying. And so, if it'll load. I understand I might not be doing the best job of like explaining these games. And I do apologize for that. There are definitely bits and pieces that you have to kind of play to figure out. Trying to find an egg. Oh, there's one over there. Does it have monsters guarding it though? No, so that kind of defeats the whole purpose. And you do this little like mini game to collect the egg, pretty much. When you find the egg, usually there are monsters. Maybe they took that part of the game out too? No, they didn't. There it is. There are different types of monsters that you usually have to fight the monsters to get to the eggs. And you can collect stuff to like decorate the different parts of your house, which I'll show you in a moment, but pretty much usually the eggs are near monsters, so you have to fight the monsters to get to the eggs, and there are various ways you can level up your dragon. But once you hatch the eggs, you get various dragons. Their child, you have to level up the child. And how do you level them up, you might be asking? Well, you kind of just have to sit there and watch. This is confusing. This is a new thing. Usually you don't have to bond with the dragon. Oh, here's another egg. They've changed a lot of things since I was last on, which was a while ago, and every time you miss, it'll take like one piece away from like the egg. Great. And the dragon's eyes pretty much show what their like power is. So the four main powers are water, earth, fire, and light? No, not light. Something. I forget. But there are also a whole bunch of cool powers. Like, does it show me? Oh, dark. Literally just dark. See, this one has fire, but it's fine. Fire, grass, water, fire. This is corrosive, ice, love, orbit, diamond, fear, celestial, sakura, abyss, celestial, lunaris, sun, solar winds, celestial, death, pulsar, death, fire, water, sakura, vampire, water, grass, fire. And as you can see, I do have some little tiny children that I should level up, and with each like place, like each like world, there's like different species of dragons that you can collect from the eggs. The eggs are kind of like Adopt Me eggs, but there are only like 4 different species you can get. Usually, sometimes there are more than that depending on what the world is. I'm trying to get to 19. And like in the Arctic, there are races. Like in it's either the Arctic world or the Frost world. There are races. There's always fishing events, and then there are these guilds that you can join. I will show you everything about the guilds in just one quick second. I'm in the Mystic Guild, I think it's called. And the guilds have like events where they compete against each other on who's best. There's 3 different guilds. I remember them by the blue one, the green one, and the red one, because their actual names always escape me. Okay. Currently there's no season, but there is tasks that you can do yourself to get like stuff. There is quests you can get that you have. It is the Tundra world. Anyways, there's no current season right now. Season is where the guilds will compete against each other. This is the guild war. Currently my guild is winning. So there's this guild. I want to tell me. The Royal Guild. It will tell you how many points they have and how many members they have. The Mystic Guild and the Iron Guild. You can... Yeah, I want to stay in my guild. We won in first. I did nothing. There's like various different things, and by doing progress you get these gems, which then you can use stuff for. Okay. But you have to pick your guild. You can switch your guild. It's not like you're in that guild forever, but at the beginning of a guild war, you want to pick the one that you think is going to win, because you cannot switch your guild for the rest of the war, because that would mean doing things like switching back and forth between which team is winning, and obviously they don't want that. See, usually to get back here, there will just be the thing flying out of the middle. Is there anything else that is super important? There are these missions. There are titles that you can get. Like, my title is currently Mystic Druid, and that was because of the guild that I'm in. There are different ones. Where would it be? Probably achievements is what I'm thinking. Yeah. So, discover 20 dragon species. You can get Dragon Curator, discover 30, Worm Scholar. Here we go. Different things. Great. And pretty much you have a whole bunch of different like titles, and everybody can see your title. There's a Dragonpedia, which tells you about the different dragons. Super fun. Definitely recommend. This is a game where, in theory, you could play for hours straight, but it might be a little hard. Like, this is the game where you'd play like an hour, and then you'd switch to something else, and then you'd probably come back. And lastly, my favorite, Horse Life. I love Horse Life. I know, but oh, you're just a horse girl. You're a horse girl. Oh, Frisian's release. Okay, thank you. Oh, that's such a pretty angelic horse. Okay, so this is my current group. I have some of the Crystallian horse, and I use this Crystallian potion and a wing potion to upgrade my Fey horse. Looks beautiful. Oh my gosh, Yarrow. Must have given Yarrow some sort of wing potion. Okay, so these are all of my horses. There is a whole bunch of different species. You can get any species. Like, ooh, great. Like, where is it? Menu. Probably in menu and in quest. Like, to get horses, you have to do almost nothing. There are a whole bunch of different species. And I mean a whole bunch of different species. The Seraph are my favorite. Personally, that's just who I am. Usually with each event, like the Equinari were part of an event, Alice's were part of last year's winter event. I think Hauntmare was this year's Halloween event. Goldsteed was this year's Halloween event. Crystallian was an in-between event, and I think the Pastry Queen was a part of just like a random event, and Hollyhoof was this year's winter event. Alice's might have also been random, because I feel like that was this year. And you can get coins to get lassos if I go back to the main town, but I can just show you the lassos I have. You can get different lassos. Different lassos are for different species. Like, if you want to get, let's say, this full horse, which I'm not going to try and get the full horse, you would want a certain, there's races. I'm not going to talk about that right now, but there is races. Why did it not equip that? There we go. So let's say I want this basic horse, super basic. You just kind of click on it like this. It's not going to run very far because it's a basic horse, but depending, and you just kind of want to make sure it's green. And if you miss, you go down, and you can sell the horses for money to get you even more lassos. And there's a whole bunch of different species. Like, I can't even begin to tell you. There's like an island off the coast, and there's a whole bunch of lore that goes with it. Like, all of these structures, they mean something. That structure, that one, everything has a purpose, a meaning. There are these. The current one is jump. So can we There we go. Your horses essentially level up. This would be a jump level. Obviously, my horse's jump level is much higher, and me doing this is not going to get it to the next level currently because it needs a ton of XP. Hi. There are different levels. Let's go with Yarrow, by far one of my favorite horses. Skills, super high. You have agility, strength, jump, and bond. Bonding, you do stuff like brush it, hose it down. You have to buy those things at the stables. Jump, we just saw the jump. You just jump over obstacles that are all over the map. Strength, if you can see these things, you can go over here and it will upgrade their strength if I show you here in a moment. Did you see the thing that came up that showed strength? Maybe you didn't. Look here, 10 plus XP, right? So it'll give your thing strength, and then agility you just kind of get by jumping over things, getting things like this. See how that gave me agility, because it means that you're moving, you're agile, right? Like when you're moving tight curves or something, you can also get, like I know, like I was going around here kind of quote unquote grinding for things, and you get, because you're staying on the track and also getting stuff at the same time. Sorry, this horse is really, really slow. So there is that. Each horse kind of has different traits that will make it more or less expensive, like the colors, different mutations, so its wings, and it'll give you a full thing, like because of its wings, its species, its age, the different like levels of stuff, eye, feathers, like a different traits that kind of give it more value. Obviously not all of the horses have wings, as you can see clearly. This is a very specific species that is up there in the sky. You can kind of see, I can get a little bit closer to that too. The horse I'm currently on is actually a Fey horse, and Fey horse can have wings. Any horse can have wings, but there are some species that every single one is going to have wings. So if I go up here, oh, there's a cute little baby. Anyway, yeah, so those are the, what are they called? Periton. I always kind of struggle on that. And to get your horse to fly, there are these potions that you have to buy. Just hold, I can show y'all. You have to get close enough to town. There is a store, but there should always be a little thing above here. So there's a potion that you have to buy that will upgrade your horse's wings. There are also mutation potions, like that will give your horse wings. Like a few different potions, like the mini potion is going to make your horse small. Trait boost will boost your horse's trait for a bit. The mutation will give you a random mutation, but they have to have a mutation slot. Instant full is going to give your horse, like, so actually I should be doing this. You can breed your horses. They obviously can't be related. I'm going to talk about that species not unlocked here in a moment. I just kind of go across from each other. They get what they get and they don't throw a fit. Sometimes I do try and like set up so it'd be, actually I want it to be with Starlight, like that, so the horse has a better chance of being quote unquote a better horse, or a very specific species. If you can't tell, we do have some I have one more, male than female, which is not uncommon, and that'll pretty much give them an instant foal. The food, I'm just gonna go with these, is how you skip that gestation time if you don't want to wait, because some of the horses it's gonna be like you have to wait a full day to see that. Like I've had horses that are like a day and 4 hours to a day and like 12 hours. There's a lot that kind of goes into it. Now let's talk about what it said when I said it. I said that I did not have this species unlocked. So if I go to quest, you can see all of these, right? These are all of the horses, the different species that I can actually breed, right? These are all of the species that I can't. You have to pay to be able to get the trading license. But it gets even worse. You have to do tasks. At the end, you do get a free horse, and during the tasks, you do get items. This is like a random gearbox. You get coins. That does not mean you can't collect them. You just simply can't breed them. You can upgrade your stables and how many horses you can have on at once. Obviously, it do cost money to do your slots. Food tames, you can tame things, little like the horses with food. I don't tend to do food tames simply because they're harder to do. And if I do, I almost always do the regular horses because they are so much easier. But each different horse has like different foods that they prefer, and it'll give them more hearts if you do their preferred food. Like, because then they'll start to like you. Now, let's talk about this portal. There's a market realm, right? So it's gonna teleport me there really quickly, but there is a market realm. I feel like that was, oh my gosh, my nose. Needed to be said. Yes, it's just whatever your avatar is, and this is my Seraphorphs. Can you see that it is more than one eyes? That's the important part. It's fairly big, and each like thing has like a different way of like running. The bigger it is, usually the slower they go. Oh, that's really pretty horse. So everybody has these market stalls where they can sell things for really whatever price they want. That's beautiful, Faye. Gorgeous. Not gonna spend half of my coin on that, but it's a gorgeous Faye. Oh, they have the coolest Seraph. Okay. You can trade people. See? Oh my gosh. That is the most gorgeous fail horse I've ever seen. Sadly, they're not selling it. They're just selling the ones that they needed. But pretty much you can sell anything. Though there are some things that I would not suggest selling. I'm going to show you them. Okay, so during the events, you can like earn breeding passes, right? Like this is my Crystallian breeding license. You can't sell it because it's yours. But it says you can. I would not ever. These pallets you can sell for a whole bunch. I would not get rid of magic muffins or any potions. And if you are, do them for a lot. Especially a whole bunch of the different like event ones, because the event ones almost always give you more hearts because they're like epic leashes or whatever. Then there's an auction. Yes, can we? Selling this horse right now. It's a pretty beautiful horse, actually. Okay, so I may have made a slight mistake, but it was so pretty. You can sell horses for really, really expensive or super cheap, you cannot change the color of your horse. But, oh, that's... There we go. You can do that, which works. Oh, I can't do it with this horse. But here we go, equipment. You have all of these different things that you can put on your horse. So I want to pull out a horse that I know I can do it with, because obviously I use this horse a lot. Where is it? I have a whole bunch of different Yarrows, actually. It's a little concerning. Oh, that was the wrong Yarrow. Yes, okay, I know. I'm gonna unequip this one and equip this one. Ah, no. You can just click Q to get off if you're on this. So, yeah, pretty much you can put a whole bunch of different things on it. I'm obviously not, because I do have some things on it. I have a trail, a back, and this, but each one of them, like, can you see the little cloud thing that's on it? That pretty much says that, yes, it is that item, it just is a different color. Let's see if I can find another different example. No, I can't. And then these are flares, which is pretty much just when the horse walks. Super fun game. Definitely recommend. Probably did not get every little... Oh, I did not get this. See? That's such a cute caprine. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. Ember's not that pretty. Mocha's not pretty. I'm gonna regret that. But for that caprine, I'm willing to do it. So pretty much, I'm being a little reckless with my money here. This changes very... Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, anyways, pretty much these change pretty frequently. There are many different ways to get what was I gonna say? To get like coins. Oh, that's another very pretty serif. Like these, like daily missions and stuff like that. So this is one of my favorite games, and I do love this game. There's gonna be a separate video for games that I'm like trying out instead of these. Where is it? Okay, here it is. I play both Restaurant Tycoon 2 and 3. And these are nothing like the other games that I've been showing you. You pretty much have your own restaurant, right? So sorry, like popped a pimple on the side of my face. Not a pimple, but okay, there we go. So you pretty much own this restaurant. My restaurant is dark. I'm not entirely sure why. So pretty much you see people, you get them drinks, you cook. This is significantly different from Restaurant Tycoon 2, which personally I think I prefer over this, my barista. Oh, I need to take the order. Oh, but now I can't back out because VIP just entered. It doesn't matter. So that was Restaurant Tycoon 3. Personally prefer Restaurant Tycoon 2. The thing is they're almost exactly the same. So it doesn't matter which one I show you. Ilia's finest. This is I was gonna be like, I did not know I owned this restaurant. Yeah, no, actually I did know that I own this restaurant. This is my big restaurant. I have 2 kitchens, an ice cream parlor. I only have 1 fridge though. I have a whole bunch of seating. And here's pretty much what I can say. This game is super fun. It's something you can play for hours upon hours. I know my building skills aren't really great, but that's okay. I think, oh, maybe I don't shove a table back there. So I think I could probably shove a table back there. I have 2 bathroom stalls. I have 2 bathroom stalls, and that it's not great, but it suffices. So pretty much you employ your workers, and you have waiters. It really depends. Like I have a whole bunch of different chefs who will cook the food that my waiters ring in the orders for. I do have an operator, driver, and another operator. Who do these orders, these phone call orders. So pretty much I don't know where my nearest table for 3 is. Probably upstairs is what I'm thinking, and I'm not gonna try. So to take somebody's orders, oh, that was a table for 3. My bad. You pretty much just have to click on this thing. That's how you take the orders. It'll go over here. Actually, you could just open the fridge to get that. It's a super fun game. Highly recommend. It's gonna be I think the table out there is open. There are a whole bunch of different upgrades. You can have tons of different foods on your menu. You can name your restaurant. There are different upgrades you can get. I don't even have $16,000. You can name and dress up your workers. You can build a whole bunch of different parts of your restaurant. You can obviously view your menu. My menu is fairly big, and it has tons of different types of foods. it's a super fun game. This is pretty much all there is to it, but it's mostly just like you get money from tables, but it's how much money are you getting from the tables, from the drive-through, from the delivery driver. Can I get that upgrade? Kind of fun thing. It's very fun. And this is a very fun game. You can get VIP customers and celebrity customers, and they will give you ratings on your restaurant. Overall, super fun. Oh, somebody must have already taken that. Anyway, super fun game. Highly recommend. Like, here are my ratings. Yes, you have ratings. I discovered this restaurant last week, and at first I wasn't sure about it, but I'm here to say that the service was super. Long live this restaurant. I arrived on my bike and interesting looking. The staff were pretty good. Good restaurant, can't complain. So I tried out this new. The service was super. I'm gonna recommend this to all my friends. Me and my friends took a trip here and hoped that it would be nice, but I must say the decorations were bad. Disappointed. I drove here today and expected a great experience, but I must say the cleanliness of the restaurant was horrendous. Absolutely horrible restaurant. So you get different reviews, different ratings. Server, food quality, restaurant design, like music and drinks and entertaining things, how like kid friendly stuff, like, and then things like the bathroom, and it'll give you your tip chance. Now, I don't know what's wrong with my cleanliness. I thought it was pretty good, but maybe I was wrong. Anyway, those are all of the games I have for now. Yes, I obviously play a whole bunch of other games, but most of these games I don't like stay on for very long. So, yeah.